Oh, finally everyone's readying up. Got full grid
Oh,
tonight,
so
Lewis.
different. Yay! About fucking time. Oh, my back's so itchy.
Well, welcome to the RPR GP2 Friday night race. I must stop reading Discord because I keep saying things and it's making me laugh, and I shouldn't be laughing. It's round
Two.
14 tonight at Abu Dhabi, so fully expecting a dodgy safety car at the
Uh,
end.
chaos.
And race control telling lapped cars to go, then not go, then only certain ones can go.
Michael, you got to restate the last lap. That's not fair.
As I
Okay.
said, we've got a full grid, so hopefully we're going to have a decent race tonight. Although this track is horrible, I hate this track.
I mean, I can't wait for the new game to come out. I think that's the 1st of July, isn't it?
Apparently so. I'm in two minds whether I'm buying it or not.
Why?
I'm just losing the faith in Cody's. I know I'm going to end up getting it anyway. I need it because they're doing the league
So
stuff.
get better then.
So, as it's Abu Dhabi, I'm expecting it to be dry, but you know, Codemasters could well be wet.
Right. That sounded a bit kinky.
Oh, do I try and get. Oh, no, that's going to kill my bandwidth if I do that. I was going to try and get FP2 up at the same time. Try. Actually, that's probably a bad idea because I can barely commentate as it is. Barely keep an eye on everything that's going on. Oh, let's just have it running in the background.
We're expecting your parcel from Sports Direct. Love that from yous.
So,
Thank you
Pint
very
Size
much,
Geezer
Brittany.
is the first one heading down the pit exit underneath the track. Another reason I hate this track. I hate this pit exit.
Oh, it's banter.
We'll ride, follow Pint Size round as he makes his way round for his first time lap.
Pint size squeezer.
Follow 406.
To be fair, I've got plenty of time to practice this on Monday.
You're not working?
Nope, I don't go back to work till Thursday.
Till Thursday?
Then I hand my notice in on Friday because I got my new job.
Surprised you went and did you notice him while you were on holiday?
No, then I won't get a full month's wage, will I? And I should get a full month's wage because I've, well, put it this way. I've had the whole of June off, basically.
Yeah, you might find you won't get a full month's wage then.
I will. I still holiday.
You know holiday gets accrued pro rata how long you work there.
Uh, 6 months.
How many days holiday do you get a year?
20.
So you'll get 10.
No, he's already put it through his holiday, he's already told me.
Yeah, but when HR do the final pay stuff, if you've had more than
Actually.
10 days holiday, they'll deduct those extra days off.
Oh yeah, no, I know. But it's alright
So,
because I get an extra payment on the 25th to start the job on the 4th and their car date's the 13th.
uh,
Yeah, the flag's already.
let's get the map up.
Pint size geezer's just invalidating the second from last corner, so he's now going to have to go get. No, no, just let him
So,
do it.
we've got Nevo just coming across now to start his lap. Lister's on a lap apparently. How did Lister sneak out in front of Pint Size?
He didn't, pint size let him go.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough then. Oh, there's
Don't
Nevo
demonstrate.
doing a 360.
Love that.
Let's jump up to Lister then, see how Lister's getting on. He's had a
I'm
few
on
iffy.
board with pint size geezer, round that top thingy, what's it called? I don't know what it's called, hairpin.
Hairpin.
He went to neutral.
It's not that hard to do if you're trying to get down through the gears. Bearing in mind I'm trying to remember if he is racing manual gears. I think he is.
It looks
Well,
like he is, yeah. I
he
think
must
he's
be if he
gone all
dropped to
assists
neutral.
off, but I don't know whether he's on pad or not.
No, he's on wheel. He's definitely. I know he's on wheel from when I spoke to him previously.
Well, it's nice to know that we've got drivers in here that are willing to try.
So Lister just coming around the final corner now to complete his first time lap. And he's 1:37.0. Decent first effort, and the last couple of weeks his Lister's struggled to get valid laps in the first couple. Yeah, in the first couple of quali sessions, he's invalidated 2 or 3 times and ended up having to push it on older tyres to actually get a time on the board. But we've got Mrs. Cole comes across and does a 1:40.7.
James with a 1:36.7. Whoa, Pineside's lost it. Is he going to go straight in the wall? He's kept it out of the wall. He's on the grass.
Ziva must have been validated. Crooksy does a 1:39.0. Who else we got? Scotty, that's Zodak coming. Zodak's invalidated.
Wait, so you've allowed Wimax in the house and Scotty to go in the Alpha?
Yeah, Scotty gave his seat up because I cocked up with the attendance. Which we got Moyland and Speedy, and I just complete blank moment and forgot that Wumax had tipped that he could reserve, but there weren't seats available when I closed the attendance. So Scotty
did a reserve, or is he full time?
No, Scotty's full time, but he gave his seat up so Wumax could get a seat tonight, and then with DXT Matty, I believe he's got connection issues because he dropped out of the TTFL race.
Oh.
So I gave Scotty the Alpha because I know Scotty likes the Alpha, and then we got Nevo in the Alpine because there's been no response from Love Hate.
When's the new game come out? The
1st of July. So, point size invalidated that lap. Who've we got on the lap? Speedy, he's going slow, he's not on the lap. Hepburn's invalidated.
That's a Friday night. Oh, F1 2022, initial release date 28th of June.
Yeah, if you pre-ordered the Champions Edition.
Don't think there's any point in me doing that this year. Well, fancy going after me on it.
Evening, Moyland. No, it caused problems this time round.
What? Ah, your son.
Yes. Yeah, the split bloody licensing. But right, let's get back to Wally. So Craig's on a lap now, coming down the first DRS straight, second DRS straight into the final sector, round that never-ending right-hander that lands you straight into a 90-degree corner where you can always exceed track limits quite easily through the hotel bridge. Keeping it quite tidy though. Trying to work out if he's on his wheel or on his pad. Can't tell from that, but Craig sets a 1:38.2. So a decent time.
You can get into the 1:35s by the time you get to Q3, can't you?
I can't. I struggle to do a 1:37.
Brilliant, that's what I want to hear.
So that's Scarito retiring from the second. Is he I think he's retired in the pits. Frenzy's retired in the pits as normal. So who else we got?
Wait, Darsan's back.
Yes, Darsan is back.
Whee!
Ooh, unsafe pit release
What from Darsan?
from a Ferrari. Pulled out straight in front of the McLaren.
But that went down well.
Oh, why have they got bloody Christian Horner every fucking week?
Who?
Sky.
Oh.
Not the pit wall with Christian Horner.
Oh yeah, FP2's on. I'm going to get the iPad.
So Rumax is on his outlet. Hepburn's into the final sector now. Looks to be pushing. No, his DRS is flashing, so he's not pushing on this lap. Let's find someone who is on the lap. It's right on board with Lewis as he goes purple in sector 2. See how he handles that final sector. Into the hotel sector now. It's been re-profiled, so hopefully in the new game that is reflected correctly. Make that a little bit tidier, I believe. So Lewis crosses the line with a 136.3 to put him provisional first for Q1. We've got Scotty coming round to start his lap, so we'll ride along with Scotty, follow him round the lap. So into turn 1. Keep him fairly clear of the curbs through 2 and 3. They unsettle the car quite a bit round there and end up spearing you into the walls. Gets through the chicane nicely. Lovely camera angle. Couldn't tell you how close, if at all, to the apex he was.
Johnny Stokes just backed out of his lap.
Onto the DRS, first at the 2 DRS straights now. Get the braking right just before the 100 metre board. Into the chicane. We've got a yellow in the DRS straight. I think that's someone going slow. Scotty's got his DRS wide open now. Running up to the next sort of triple chicane, really.
I can't wait till that disappears.
Now into the final sector. Looking like a tidy lap. Nicely on the apex there for the right-hander. Hitting all the apexes. Really is nice to watch a Scotty lap. And crosses the line to do a 138.4.
Oh, it's not very fast, is it?
It's up in 9th, it's comfortable. We've got 3 retired already. So
Darsan's left.
Darsan's left.
Yeah.
Let's invite Darsan back then. Nevo is on a lap now, so we'll follow Nevo round. No, he's not on the lap, he's just bailed out of that.
I'm on board with Johnny Stokes at the moment. He's coming for the final sector now.
I think Lister's out on another lap. hammering those soft
Coming
tyres.
out in corners. Johnny Sage crosses the line, 136.6, sticks him second.
That's his second run on those tyres, so
Alright, by the looks of this, he's going for a third. He's invalidated.
let's drop back to. Oh, I don't think Leicester's pushing at the minute. No, it's not.
Let's have a quick look on who's going. Nevo? No, Nevo's going slow. Speedy's on that.
Got down Speedy. Speedy who stuck it in second on Monday.
Did he?
In GP1, yeah. He
What was it,
proper
Brazil?
pulled USA.
Oh.
He pulled a lap out and he just hooked up a near perfect lap.
Do you reckon it's going to be a lot weirder on the new game with the way the cars are shaped different, like everything else? Do you reckon we're going to get a porpoising? Imagine that on the game.
No, you won't get porpoising. They've already said they're not including it. Although, if you are on PC and have VR, you can bounce in your seat and it'll feel like porpoising.
On the final turn now, Speedy. It's coming. I think he's on for a 137. 137.6, sticks him seventh.
Right, we invited Darson again, told him he's just about got time for one lap if he's very quick at rejoining. His PS4 decided to eject the disc all by itself.
Nice.
Useful. That well, Cons' power supply had a meltdown.
Ouch. I'm just going about with GGC at the moment. He's on a new set of softs.
Yes, James, there is a random. It's a bit like last week where we had a random join.
Who's the random?
You.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry, rich people go on holidays these days. James, your holiday's fucking Poland.
You do realise he got paid for being there?
Yeah, fair play to the geezer. I got paid for being in Cyprus.
Yeah, but he'd have got paid extra as well for being on deployment.
That's what happens when you people's little bitches these days.
I'm not sure if Darsan has managed to join back into the lobby.
Johnny Stokes is retired. I'm assuming that's in the pits because he's not on the truck anymore.
So Decky is on a lap. Darsan's not going to have time to get out and set a lap now.
GGC's 4 tenths down coming through the second sector. Or just under 4 tenths.
So Decky needs to get into the 138 to be safe. Let's see how he's doing as he comes up to the second chicane. Too many chicanes on this track.
Oh yes. GGC comes around the final corner now.
Does he improve?
He
does.
138.2, he does. Sticks him 11th. So my timer's run out on my thingy. Client side gear is sitting 16th.
There's 20 seconds left on mine.
Wow.
Yep, so we're going to be losing Frenzy, Moyland,
Darsan,
pint-sized geezer unless he can improve. And what's Decky going to
Decky's
set?
coming across the line, 137.9 bumps him up, which knocks Nevo out.
Yeah. So pint size is on track. times are improving.
Yeah, he's doing well. I don't know how long he's had to go and whatnot, but
He's not long made the swap to wheel from pad.
yeah, I think
So
we were
he's,
quite lucky because we kind of had a Christmas break, didn't we? Well, I mean, I say that I had a Christmas break.
runs wide round the penultimate corner.
Oh,
Oh,
invalidates
massively
it.
invalidates that.
You got Womax, CJW, and GGC still on track.
They're all through. So at the end of that
Yeah.
session, we are losing Frenzy, Moyland, Darsan. Hopefully he can get back into the lobby. Pint-sized Geezer and Nevo. Just wait for the last couple of cars to cross the line.
For GGC to retire in the pits now. What's going on with what's his face? Dara.
Dara's gone.
Was it a sore subject?
No, basically, last week he decided to invite other people into the lobby despite being told not to multiple times, and it's not on.
I saw what he put in TTFL.
Oh,
As much
yeah,
as it made me
that
chuckle
was,
to Matt, it was, yeah, it's quite bad to an admin.
yeah, that was obviously TTFL separate, but
Yeah, it did make me laugh a little bit.
it,
You
in
shouldn't really be saying that.
GP2 he asked me like 3 times during qualifying if he could invite one of his friends, and I said no, we'd got a full grid, but there were people joining late, and then at the end of Q3 he decided to just invite his friend. He sent me a message and asked again, and I said no when I could respond to it, which was during the formation lap, and the response was along the lines of, well, I've already done it now. It was formation lap, you waited too long.
Ouch. Right, apparently I'm still on track. Oh, never mind, don't worry. I'm literally on board with Scotty going across the start finish straight.
Right then, who's going to be out first in Q2? James. You'll see the tyre covers being taken off that Merc.
And the Red Bull.
Yeah, tyre covers already off the Mercedes. He's out in the garage. Out in the garage? Out in the pit lane.
We got McLaren coming out.
McLaren, Merc, followed by McLaren, followed by Red Bull. Did you see which McLaren it is?
Unfortunately not, but I'm assuming it's Mrs. Carl, because Speedy don't want to go out. Actually, they're both out now anyway, so I don't think it matters. But I am right, it was Mrs. Carl.
And Hobo. And Lister. Speedy. And an Aston, which I'm going to guess at being Crooksy. Oh, had a sneezing fit there. James is just coming round to the hotel section. Actually went past Silverstone. Well, I've been past it quite a lot lately, but actually drove past and saw the hotel now.
Oh, what, Silverstone?
Yeah,
What's it looking like?
still not finished.
Really? They're taking the time. Scorito's out. Or is he retired in the pits?
Must have retired in the pits.
Unless it's got to have done. Well, mind you, actually, Decky's in the pit, so he must have lost it.
I don't know. Let's have a look at Race Director, see what it says. Yeah, I couldn't imagine it. No, it doesn't say anything about DNF in Race Director. Just says retired, so he must have retired in pits. Very strange. So James just coming on to the second DRS straight. We've got Lister and Hobo behind. So a 1 minute point 7 for sector 2 for James. This is his banker lap though, isn't
out. JGC's lost it by the pit entry.
Exit.
That's what I meant. Yeah,
That
this
right
is
under
banker
turn
lap.
3. So let's drop back to Lister and get actual feel for the sort of time on the mediums.
Benchmark will be 139.3 so far.
And that'll be no ERS.
Yeah, and this level 136.5. Nice set of mediums. It's not a bad lap, quite good to be fair actually.
Hobo does a 146.8. So he must have had it. He must have backed out of that. Mrs. Coles, no time set, so must have invalidated, and has just invalidated the next lap.
Hobo's going for it again by the looks of this.
And we've got Craig next. Craig's invalidated. Wumax is the next one. Will be coming across the line to set a time any second now. And it's a 138.0. Zodak does a 138.7. They're coming across thick and fast now. Speedy's
Johnny Stokes jumps second, 136.7. Yellow flag in sector 2 as the McLaren goes down the back straight. Hobo's 5.9 seconds up in sector 2.
Hepburn does a 137.7. Lewis is on his outlet. We've got Mercedes, that I think is James.
James, yep.
Let's follow Hobo then as he's coming round to finish his second run.
Looks like it's going to be around the 137 mark.
6.7.
Great lap from Hobo, sticks in third.
Only 700ths off of Johnny. That's a cracking lap. Oh, gone too far. Lister's in the pits.
This race wound me up last year. I fluffed it myself, didn't I?
Oh, I can't remember what you did last year. I can't remember what I did last week, let alone last year.
I was first the whole way through this race in GP2. And then the safety car come out. Was it? It's 28. It's a 28 lapper, isn't it? I think I was saying along them lines.
Something like that.
Safety car came out on lap 23, and I stupidly decided to pit.
Haven't you not long pitted as well?
Yeah, I think I went on a set of softs. I've been now about 5 laps old. But the safety car come out and I fucked up and went into the pits again thinking everyone was gonna... I think Lister must have thought that he kind of jolted me into doing it, but he never. I had my heart set going into the pits thinking everyone else would, and no one did. So it kind of fluffed me.
So Lewis comes across the line with a 136.5, 22 hundredths off of his teammate to put him in second.
Where's Thingy today? What's his name? Oh, I can't remember who Lister's with now.
Evan's not been racing the last few because his St. Jobs, I think, he's moved. So hasn't got not been able to race, so he's not been racing GP2, he's not been racing GP1 either. Which means the Constructors is still open at the minute. It could be decided tonight.
Aston Martin. Is it Ferrari versus Aston?
Yep. So who've we got on track? That's Mrs. Cole. Done a 59-second sector 2. 59.6. So it would be a 138.5, puts her 7th. But that's
what are you doing after this race?
Probably jump on TT for a bit.
Yeah, well, let's blow marketing out the window.
What were you going to say?
I want to have a little practice of this for Monday.
I had a little practice earlier. I don't like this track.
Brilliant. What about a multiplayer season?
Oh, whose car's that in bits? Right, how many near misses with groundhogs do you think there'll be this race in Canada?
Oh, too many.
There was one in FP1 earlier. Got very close to the Ferrari.
I think I saw that. On TikTok.
No, I saw it on the... So James is in the pits still, but he has fitted his mediums. Craig is on another lap. Or he's on his first. No, he's already been out, hasn't he? He's done one lap.
This
So
is the second lap, yeah. Speedy's coming back out on the same set of mediums.
You've set me off yawning now.
Oh. I don't know why I yawned. Mind you, what's the time? Oh yeah, it'd be 1 o'clock in Cyprus. And that's why I'm yawning. I still ain't got my sleeping pattern sorted.
So at the end of sector 2, Craig's done a 59.6, which is fairly similar to Mrs. Cole, so that's going to put him around the 138.5 mark at the minute, depending on his final sector, of course. Nearly invalidated there. His inside wheel was right on the limit. So around the penultimate corner now, get your braking right for the final corner, on the power steady so you don't spin the back end round, and he does a 138.4. And you've got James who's going to improve, he's on an outlap now.
Decky's on the final corner.
Decky did a 58.9 in sector 2, so he does a 37.6, puts him 6th. Put Mrs. Carlett in the danger zone, Zodak in the elimination zone. James is on his lap, on his outlap even. Speedy is
just going through sector 3 now.
He's on a 59.5 in sector 2.
Messed up that row corners.
So going to need to hook up sector 3 to see himself safe. Into the penultimate corner now.
We got hammers off.
Tidy.
We got hammers off in sector 1.
And Speedy gets a 38.9 to put him 12th, so he's going to need to go again, but he's not pushing. No, he's got time to get round. Johnny Stokes and Hepburn have retired in the pits. Oh, James is invalidated.
He spun it in turn 3, I believe, as well, so.
Zodak's on an outlap, gone on to the softs. Mrs. Cole's on an outlap on a new set of softs. Decky's well
Hepburn's
down on
brave
his
here,
time.
because he could end up in going out in Q2.
Scott is into the pits from 5th, so I think Scotty will be safe. I think Hepburn will be safe.
Well, you still got James, Speedy, Zodak and Mrs. Carl have all gone on those two have gone on softs. You'd expect James to go through to Q3 and Speedy. It's just whether or not Zodak and Mrs. Carl can basically wipe off a second on their time.
Well, Mrs. Cole's time was set on the softs anyway.
Yeah, I think she'd improve a tad, but
Can't remember what Zodak's set is. Hobo's retired in the pits. So first on track to start. Speedy's coming into the pits. So Zodak starts his lap now.
James is in the pits as well.
He must have gone low fuel. Zodak's round.
Mrs. Carl's on her lap. Mrs. Carl's retired. She's lost it at turn 3 as well. There's only going to be 9 drivers.
For the
9
top
drivers
10
in Q3. Top 9.
Well, it'll be top 9, but it could be top 10. I think Zodak's car to spin its wheels. There we go. So at the end of Q2, we are losing 6 drivers. Scarito, Crooksy, James Owl, which is a surprise. Speedy, a surprise. Zodak and Mrs. Carl, as he was pushing a little too hard and lost it in turn 3. I'll just wait for the timer to count down as we go into Q3. And everyone in the top 9 will be starting on the medium tyre. I can't actually remember what the strategy is for this one, if it's soft, medium soft or medium hard.
Medium hard, I think. Actually, no, I think you can get the medium soft out of it. So I'm pretty sure that's what I tried.
And if anyone's interested in FP2, Verstappen's currently got the fastest time of a 1:14.1. Leclerc's 800ths off, Sainz is 2/10 back. Vettel's sitting in 4th.
Yeah, with Alonso in 5th.
The Aston has looked rather speedy this weekend. Russell's in 7th, Hamilton's down in 13th. Norris and Ricciardo are in 8th and 9th. Ocon in 10th. Perez in 11th.
That's a bit of a shocker, isn't it?
Magnussen and Schumacher 14th and 15th. It's better than they were showing in FP1.
Something's got to be wrong with Bottas's car if he's not even put out that.
I did say earlier there was one of the cars in pieces.
Yeah. Well, going back to GP2, Hobo's your first car out on track.
Oh, we have got movement.
Quite some margin.
Evening, Cons. Have you managed to fix the PlayStation, or you just watching on your phone. Over's got a big jump on everyone. If Scotty and Decky don't come out of the pits immediately, it could be alright. Means Hobo's got a nice clear run. But we'll wait and see what happens. Glad to see you managed to get one ordered, Cons. Now you'll have the fun of trying mind you, it's one more race for GP2 to try and find your setup and everything for, and then it's all new games, so you can break it in with the new one. So as Hobo starts his lap, he has got Decky in front, and Hobo spun it out of turn 4. So we'll drop back to Womax, who's just starting his lap now, coming round turn 3, and into it was turn 3 that Hobo lost the back end on. Why is the lap data? Does my head in. So round this hairpin now, onto the DRS straight. Is Hobo going to give him a toe down the straight? Nope, Hobo's pulled right over to the left, but Womax is still going to dive in to try and get the toe. Hobo needs to be careful here, does Hobo? Let's keep out the way as Womax is on the lap. That's it, keeps to the inside and then swaps to the outside. That's a 59.0 for Sector 2 for Womax. Through the third chicane. Into the hotel section now. Womax has bailed on that lap. So we'll drop back. We've got Lewis coming through the hotel section now. Up to the penultimate corner. Looks to have the back end all over the place. Hobo, Lewis does a 135.6. Craig comes across the line on a 137.3. Lister 147.3, so he obviously bailed on his lap.
He's got to have done Hobo's a 154, so he's got
Hepburn at 140. His back end was all over the place there as he came round.
He's just going through the final turn. He's at a 136.1.
He's got half a second to find to Lewis.
Decky's your next guy on track. He's about to set lap time.
I might have to open that door. I'm going to have to open that door. It is too hot in here.
Oh, it's boiling there.
The heat coming off the PlayStation's unreal. I can't open that door because I'm going to end up with a cat. I don't want a cat coming in the sim room.
Decky comes across the line with 137.4. CJW sitting in third. Go on, the boy. To lights off. Hobo sticks it second with 136.1.
So, Miss Lister's getting a 135.5. Craig's?
Yeah, I did compliment Craig Cons. It is the first and it will be the last. I feel bad for the geezer. I take the piss out of him majority of the night, so I thought I'd compliment him for once.
Yeah, he's going to break everything now.
I mean, yeah, that's all going to change the second he starts giving it to me.
Are you turning up for the GT race tomorrow, Lewis?
Yeah, I should be, mate. Remember qualifying's on there, it's 9.
He's got 2 screens, can multitask.
I can't, because I can never race properly. Are you racing, Robbo? Oh, I might actually get somewhere. To be fair, mate, I'm not going to lie, I haven't raced GT in about 7 weeks.
So Decky's done a 1:36.9 now. There's that Hobo coming into the pits. Johnny Stokes.
On the bright side, right, I'll just
Massively
say, can
cut
you
that.
stop bullying me for actually turning up tonight? I've been on holiday for the last 3 weeks.
It's not got your priorities right.
What, holiday?
Yeah.
How am I meant to work around... do you know what? I don't think that's deserving comment, if I'm honest.
You don't go on holiday.
No, sod that, mate. As a football manager, you've got to go on holiday. Cons is talking shit. Lewis, you'll beat me at GT tomorrow.
Well, you will.
You're not turning up.
His PS4's dead.
What?
It died tonight during the TTFL race.
Oh!
It coincided with me trying to click on to watch his Twitch stream. As I clicked on, the screen just froze completely. I thought it was.
I knew I'd beat him because he's not racing.
I thought it was because my Twitch was. I was streaming Hobo's race, and I thought it was having a head fix. I was trying to do 2 streams through Twitch.
Cons, I've got a PS4 you can buy, 50 quid. As there's no point, you got a PS5 coming Tuesday.
Everyone is getting interested with these corner cutting to make it to the line.
Yes.
Make it back to the pits.
I've noticed a few of them.
So who've we got on a lap? No one's actually on a lap, everyone's on their out lap. Hepburn's going to be the first one to start his final run. So as he comes around the final corner, so he gets the back end in, take that time. He's got a couple of cars just up ahead of him, Johnny Stokes and Lister or Lewis.
It's Lister, mate.
Johnny Stokes pulls over to the left to keep out the way and not give any kind of
Decky's
toe.
retired.
Yeah, hasn't got time to get back out the pits, had he?
Nah. Mind you, we went in at 2 minutes 30.
Yeah, it's how long it takes the game to do actually get you into the pit, so you select your new tyres. It'd be cutting it fine to have got out. So Hepburn into the third chicane. Completely missed it. His sector 2 was a 58.3. So it's 3 seconds, over 3 seconds up on his previous lap, which is going to jump his teammate, possibly. See how it does through the final sector now, coming up to the penultimate corner.
You're beating the
Oh, that is not not how you want to end your lap.
Hairpin.
So you need to keep that out the way of everyone else coming round, and he does, he gets it straight into the pits. So Johnny crosses the line to start his final flying lap. Hobo is 3/10 up on his time, which is 35.8, plus whatever improvement he can make through the final sector. That's that penultimate corner. Right. Nicely on the power, taking the shortest line. He does a 35.9, sticking third currently.
Oh, Johnny Stokes has spun it as well. Coming at the hairpin.
Scott is failed. Womack is on a lap. Yeah, just got across the line in time. Hobo gets nicely out of his way. Coming around the hairpin onto the first DRS straight.
Everyone above has bailed on their lap, so Womack was the only person on an actual lap.
The two Ferraris failed on their laps.
I think
Lewis is invalidated.
Yeah, he invalidated down the back straight, I think, coming out of the hairpin or whatever.
Yeah, Lister's into the pits.
So Womack is at 58.6 for his sector 2. Ran into sector 2, sorry.
No, that's the end of sector 2. So it's into sector 3.
Please leave me alone.
No, you have a couple of weeks off and you go to pot.
I know, it's bad, isn't it? I'm actually yawning, I'm that tired, I've got water in my eyes. I can't actually see the TV screen properly. Oh, 6th and 7th.
So that's it. Hobo's still circulating the track. Coming into the pits now. So that's it. Lister takes pole. So it's a Ferrari front row. And Hobo on third. Johnny Stokes on fourth. So Johnny's right up there for the fight at the start. As long as no one does a booker from the back, it'll be fine. I can't remember if I screenshotted everything else. So run you through your starting grid. Well, the top 9 are Lister, Lewis, Hobo, Johnny Stokes, Decky, CJW, or Craig, Womack, Hepburn, and Scotty. So drivers will be doing their strategies for the race. No doubt taking out all their fuel to then find out there's no safety cars tonight, and the top 4 will end up running on fumes to the end. Or they won't take any fuel out and we'll have 5 safety cars. So the game's saying predicted strategy of a 2-stop with medium, medium, soft. So I think the tyre wear around here is quite high. Let's look at the tyre data. Who's on what? So top 9, as we know, are all starting on the mediums, because that's what they qualified in Q2 on. Mrs. Carl on the softs. Zodak's opted to go for the hards for the first stint. That's gonna be interesting. He's gonna struggle in the first couple of laps to get those up to 10. He'll be vulnerable to everyone around him. Speedy on the mediums. James Owls starting on the softs. Crooksy and Scorito on the mediums. Nevo on the softs. Pint Sized, Darsan and Moyland all on the mediums, and Frenzy on the hards in 20th. Cons is saying the strats are medium to soft, one stopper. It's 28 laps, so yeah, should be fairly easy to do a medium to soft. Just got to push the mediums quite a way into the race, so you've got some tyre left on the soft at the end. And something I remembered hearing from the com stream Monday night is at the start, what's third?
Wait, what?
You watch third on the start for spectator view, because it gives you the view of first and second, but you can also see that little bit further down the grid if there's any chaos behind.
Oh,
Mrs. Carl's
Mrs. Carl and Zodiac. Or Zodak, whatever his name is. Oh, and Nevo and Pint Size.
Thankfully, they have fixed the tyre warm-up bug for those incidents. I wonder how much of that we're going to see next game as well, with the manual grid positioning. That's
going to be quite tasty, isn't it? Just
I'm actually going to look at Sonny Stokes, see how he does for his start.
I can't see the lights though.
2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's go, go, go for round 14. Ferraris look to have got away well. Settling into formation. Sonny Stokes has gone wide. Dropping places now. Staying well off the track, out of everyone's way. Frenzy's left the session.
10 second time for it.
Except. What? Why is Sonny Stokes 10 seconds? He was staying out of the way of people. So we didn't rejoin dangerously. So Lister's still got the lead out in front. Obviously Lewis is right behind him. They'll be giving each other a tow down the straight. Hobo's got Hepburn for company. Hepburn's made up 4 places off the start. James Owls jumped 5 places up to 8th now. Moyland's up into 14th. Mrs. Carl's dropped all the way down to 20th. Didn't see a spin from Mrs. Carl.
Lewis is all over the back of Lister at the moment. You can smell his gearbox. Or was anyway.
Hopefully the Ferrari engines in the game don't do what they did in Baku and just explode.
The Arsan's right on the back of Moyland.
Oh, I just saw a spinning James Owl.
Yeah. No, JMO. That's GGC round as well.
I can't say, because Johnny was off track on the inside of turn 3, that's why the game classed it as corner cut and gave him the 10 seconds.
Well, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? How is Frenzy just done a 56.4? Hepburn's out, Hepburn's DNF'd. coming
that
around
going to be
turn 3.
That's a VSC.
VSC.
That's going to cause me problems later. That time, I think, is because he disconnected and rejoined the session. It's clearly caused an issue with the timings.
Do you reckon they'll add red flags onto next game?
There's been no mention of it. Would have thought by now, with those that have had the hands-on, I know it's the work in progress model, but those streamers that have got access to it, I'd have thought by now that would have been mentioned somewhere.
And we're off again.
So Lister's managed to break the second mark to Lewis now. Oh no, Lewis is back in it. Hobo's just hanging on to the back of Lewis. And you've got Decky 2 seconds. Con saying hopefully not red flags, because the slightest bit of rain and it'll be red flags galore in the game. Because you can't race in the wet, it's too dangerous. So DRS
enabled. Hobo's just come out of the 1 second mark to Lewis.
It's burned some ERS to get back in it, because I think Lewis.
Yellow flag set to 3, that's Zodak
out. On the penultimate corner. Let's see. The car's going to clear. He's in the middle of the track. No, Craig. Yeah, Craig's missed it.
Oh, Moreland does.
I had visions of Brazil there. Are they going to clear that car? You've got
another spin from Neva, I believe. Just trying to get a flag, they spun it again. Moreland's right on the back of Craig now. Moreland on the soft, Craig on the mediums. This should be an easy overtake for Moreland. Better traction going into the back straight. Craig falls to the inside. We've got another spin, pint-sized geezer. GG2's retired as well. Virtual safety car. We've had 2 VSCs in 3 laps.
So Lewis and Lister still out in front. Or Lister and Lewis even. Lister's, they're sort of skirting around the DRS mark. So Scotty's up to 5th, Rumax is up to 6th, Speedy's up into 7th, Scarito's up into 8th, Darsan's gained 9 places and is sitting in 9th. So we're back racing again. Unfortunate timing with the green flag there for Lister. I think he's been caught out a little bit, because Lewis is now within 3/10 of him. Frenzy's up to 10th. James is on his recovery drive from his earliest spin, is currently in 11th. Mrs. Cole's working her way through the grid, she's in 12th. Moylan's in 13th. Craig's in 14th. Johnny Stokes is in 15th, followed by Nevo, and Pint Size is just coming out of the pits. Johnny's been in the pits.
Back of Lister at the moment. Johnny's in the pits?
No, Johnny has pitted from his earlier spin. He's now put on a set of softs. So he's obviously swapping to a 2-stop strategy. Ooh. Absolutely no. My hay fever's going mental. My eyes are stinging like mad. Hobo's dropped well off the DRS of Lewis in front, but he's got Decky in his DRS now as they come around to the first DRS straight. Decky should get the DRS, but I think he's a bit far back on this straight to get the move done, but it will put him in line
Look at the
for the
pace
second.
he's got though. He's going to take a late lunge? No, he's not. No ERS either. Right side gears in a 3-second time. Right side gears is out, is retired, lost it. The same corner that GGC did.
Hopefully the car gets cleared away before anyone gets there this time round. Lewis is past Lister.
I've got to have done that on the second DRS straight away.
So Pint-Size car is still showing. We've got the other.
Ah, he's gone, he's gone.
The other Mercedes is around. That's James.
Yeah, James. Oh, he's not having a great race, is he, old J-Man? Hobo just broke DRS of Hobo, I believe. Oh no, there's no DRS down the straight.
There's no DRS down. I always think that when you get onto that start-finish straight. Even in quali, I'm always pressing the DRS button.
They used to be though, didn't they? Or by just tripping.
There must have been, because it's habit for me to press the bloody button.
Because I think, because you look at every start from this straight, there's basically DRS down, isn't there?
Combs is in the pits. That was obviously swap into a two-stop, or has he gone on to the halves?
Decky's got DRS open, and he's got the ERS going.
James is
still not close enough though. Nevo's done Johnny Stokes. Johnny Stokes is back in the pits. I have a feeling Johnny Stokes has pitted twice just to get that 10-second penalty gone. Which is a good idea if there's a safety car at the end.
It is, but because it was given as a 10-second penalty, it won't have done a 5-second stop go. It only does that for 5-second penalties. It won't.
Well, he ain't got. Oh, he's still in the pits.
It's still got it.
Oh, he's still got it. So Decky's 8 tenths off of Hobo and Speedy's 5 tenths off of Decky, so we've got a battle for third place here. Oh.
Scott is closing in on the back of that as well.
Lewis has managed to pull out the second gap to Lister. Whoa, Decky's round, Decky's spun it. He's the third driver to spin it on that corner.
Coming out the penultimate corner, get a little bit too much.
Oh, Harris as well, Womax. Wanted to go into the pits.
Oh, if I leave the fridge open, it's like aircon.
Everything else goes cold.
So it's Womax in the pits, Decky in the pits. Moylan's up into 10th.
Put the two Ferraris at the front, because I have a feeling Lister will do Lewis on the next DRS straight.
Just trying to keep an eye on Moyland and Mrs. Moyland. Sorry if you're watching, Carl.
Yeah, I never come out of it this time.
He didn't get it done, but
he's not doing anything stupid at the moment. I think he's just standing
biding his time.
Yeah.
Lewis looks to be out of ERS. Yeah, he's on 10%.
Yeah, and Lister's not got a lot either.
He's 37.
37. Lewis is sitting at 8 at the moment.
So with Lister being in the DRS, he can obviously save his ERS because he gets dragged down the straight. Lewis will be abusing his ERS on the straight to defend from Lister. So a couple of laps, get a good buffer on your ERS, and
got yellow flag in sector 3. Scotty spun it. On the
coming out the final corner. I'm expecting more spins next game.
Oh, a lot more.
Once everyone gets up to speed with the new handling model, and
looks like Lister's going to go for a move on Lewis here. Pulls to the inside, gets it done early doors, back onto the racing line. Just hits his breaking point.
Is he going to be vulnerable for the second DRS straight?
I think it is. Lewis has now got the run on him. Lewis on the outside. Lister's on the in. No, Lewis breaks early. This is the thing where they're teammates. They can mess about like this really. As long as no one like it don't have to be hardcore racing, does it? At the end of the day.
I don't know. I'd find it quite amusing if they ended up taking each other out.
Oh, I'd crack up, but
at the minute, it's going to be. So Lister's got pole position, so that's 26, 18, 36, 44 points at the minute against Johnny Stokes, currently out of the points. So in terms of the Constructors' title, that would bring it down to the final race.
Really?
Yeah, there's a maximum of 90 points for a team available between the next two races, and currently Ferrari is 66 points behind Aston Martin. So if they get the 1-2 finish and pole position, they'll be on 44 points. And with where Johnny is at the minute, that'll put them 22 points behind Aston Martin as we go into the final. So the final race.
Oh no, he's backed out of it again.
Final race will be the Constructors' decider. That's a pass round.
Not gonna lie, this is looking quite good for Monday, Rob. All these big name drivers spinning it constantly.
Yeah, if they're spinning, how many times are you going to spin? You ain't driven in 3 weeks.
Actually, I have. I've been doing a few races.
With assists or without assists?
Without. We got McLaren out, Mrs. Carl. Oh no, she's not out. She spun it. I don't know why I said that.
Speedy's on the back of Hobo, just skirting on the DRS. Darsan's up into 5th.
Darcy's done a very good job. So, sitting on lap 10 at the moment, we've lost Pint-Sized Geezer, GGC, Zodat and Hepburn.
Frenzy's up into 7th. So Darsan and Frenzy are the biggest gainers at the moment. Both have gained 13 places off the start.
Yeah, this is a Frenzy special, isn't it? Yellow flag in sector 3. We've got another Haas going slowly.
That's Moyland again.
Moyland spun it right by the pit entry.
But keeps it out the way and gets it back round and gets going again. So
Lewis is coming out of the pits as well.
Is starting to open that gap to Lister slightly now.
It was until the DRS. Yeah.
But Lewis is on 14-15% ERS. Lister's sitting on 45, so I think Lister's just saving it to get himself, just using it to get in the DRS for the detection zone.
Johnny come out in between Decky and Hammers, which has given Hammers the DRS on Decky and on Scotty, and Scotty's got a DRS on Decky. However, James couldn't get the move done, and Scotty did. This is like a tongue twister.
DRS train for you.
Everyone's sitting within the 1 to 2, well, between 1 and 3 seconds from each other, apart from this battle for 10th at the moment.
Got Craig a couple of seconds up the road, but he's 7 seconds back from Womax.
Scotty's got a special pair of tyres. Scotty's gone to softs, brand new as well.
Like James had a look up the inside of Womax there, of Decky there even. He's all over the back of him through the final sector. I think if he has an... Decky leaves the door open, I think James is going to get the move done before the DRS zone.
Scotty's now 1.7 seconds up the road, he's now onto the back of CJW.
So I'm going to keep an eye, stick with the battle between James and Decky, see if James can get it done in the DRS.
On board with Scotty. Speedy does Hobo. Oh, Scotty's got a perfect run on him. On CJ.
On the soft tyre. Making the most of that newer tyre there.
James done the switcheroo. What a move that was.
Great run out of that chicane there. With the DRS to get the move done. Although Decky's looked to be fighting it back. And he's got it done before the corner there. So James will be...
Frenzy's on the hards and he's sitting 6th at the moment. Can we just look at that?
Darsan looks to be closing down the gap to Hobo as well.
Hobo's got DRS and Speedy. We've got yellow flag in sector 3, that's a Scotty round. After doing so well. Moylan's pitted.
In the pits.
Oh, Scotty's round again.
He's cooked his rear tyres. Moreland coming out on another set of mediums. Nevo out the pits on a set of mediums. Lewis has dropped Lister at the front now. He's got a 2.5 second gap.
Maybe they're looking at double stacking. Which, to be fair, they could do if they really wanted to.
They've got a 6 second gap back to Speedy. Has Speedy stopped?
They're not coming up. 5th and 6th, I reckon. Or 4th and 5th. Nah, it'd be 5th and 6th. There's 18 seconds to Womax.
Who are they going to pit first? Still got a few laps before they need to start thinking about.
Are they both on mediums?
They're both on mediums at the front. So Johnny Stokes has worked his way back up into 12th now.
I'm just watching this battle between Speedy and Hobo. Hobo's staying in the DRS but can't get close to Speedy as quick as what he wants to.
And then you've got Darsan on the back of it as well now.
Yeah.
He's in Hobo's DRS.
And if they don't mind it, Frenzy will be hitting the back of him as well in the next couple of laps. They keep battling. Hobo's got him.
Hobo and Speedy are on a similar ERS level, but Darsan...
Oh, Hobo! Oh! That's a bit worrying.
Speedy lost the back end there.
Scotty's DNF, Scotty's out.
He is retired in the pits.
Oh.
I didn't quite see what happened between Hobo and Speedy. Did Hobo get kick of oversteer,
Yeah,
I'd
so
switch
coming
back
down
to.
that second straight, he's brakes, turned, got a bit of oversteer, but Speedy's tried coming up the outside of him, and where Hobo's got the oversteer, it's kind of hit Speedy. But by the looks of it, Speedy hasn't got wing damage, unless he has. Scotty's car's brought him back out on the track and retired him right on the side. Love it when the game does that.
Yeah, gotta love it. I'm just watching. I'll just rewound the stream slightly to go back and have a look.
You got a Speedy round on turn 3 again. Do you know what? I've not seen many people spin at that turn.
Oh yeah, Hobo just got on the power a little bit too much and it kicked the back on him. Unlucky Hobo.
Still kept his position. Well, he hasn't. Frenzy's now in the back of Hobo. And he's got a very good run on him. Oh.
Frenzy's down to 9% on his ERS. Hobo's sitting on 40%, so he'd got enough to defend, but chose not to for his teammate. Darsan is slowly wheeling in Lister in front.
What a great comeback race this has been for him. Johnny Stokes does Decky, puts him 11th. Decky's going to have to fight back though on Johnny Stokes.
Decky's
goes to the outside.
Gets it done into the break-in.
Oh, that back side by side. Johnny Stokes keeps the position.
Stays on the inside. Decky's still fighting it. Decky will have the inside for the right-handers. No, Johnny's in front into the braking zone. That is very close racing. Yeah. Hobo's pitted.
In the pits. He's put on the set stuff.
I'm wondering if that's a little lead.
Speedy's out.
Speedy's
lost it at turn 3 again. See, that's always a virtual safety car, but that's on track.
It's on the inside of the pit exit as Hobo run over a bit of Speedy's wing. That's unlucky for Speedy.
All this is doing frenzy wonders here.
Squirto's on softs. It does feel like it's gone on. We're only halfway through.
I know, that's what's worrying me.
It was a little late starting because people not ready enough, but yeah, we're halfway through. Lewis is out in front. He's got a 4.5 second gap to Lister. He's pitting, taking advantage of the virtual safety car to get a cheap pit stop, so he'll lose about half as it goes green, so he'll have saved a little bit of time, but
Lewis is pitted.
So he's dropped down behind Frenzy's still got a pit. Darsan's still, well, the top 3 have still got a pit.
Frenzy can go on a set of softs though and go to the end.
I think he'll be rapid on those softs.
Oh yes. So you still got Frenzy can go on softs, and to be fair, Darsan can as well.
Well, Darsan's got to.
If they pit at the right time, they'll catch Lister. I've got all faith in that.
Let's just keep an eye. It's 16 seconds back from Lister to Lewis. So Darsan's giving Mrs. Carl DRS down the second DRS zone, but Mrs. Cole has been lapped.
What Frenzy and Darsan need is a safety car right now. That'll probably work on wonders.
Johnny is on the back of Craig. He's not got DRS down the first DRS straight, but he should have DRS into the second DRS zone. Oh, Willie, he just dropped to a 1.05.
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
Just dropped out. Frenzy's dropped the gap down to 3 seconds now.
Lewis is 2 seconds off the back of Frenzy. He's taken 2 seconds out of that, with Frenzy taking a second out of Darsan. So Lewis has gained 3 seconds on Lister in his outlap alone.
If it was me, I'd be pitting at the end of lap 18 if I was Darsan. Putting a set of softs on because he's not getting any closer to Lister. He's staying around that 4 second mark and Frenzy's catching him. He's now down to 2.7, up to 2.8 seconds now. Playing with a 2.7 to 8 mark. Straight over 3 second penalty.
Yeah, because Frenzy's hards will be wearing better, won't they? They'll be lasting longer.
They'll be in a better condition than Darsan's mediums.
I think you can push the mediums to lap 20.
CJW's gone wide in the chicane. Johnny overtakes him at the hairpin, but I believe CJW has the
DRS.
Yeah, DRS.
But has he got the traction?
Johnny's gone.
Now Craig's going to be under pressure from Decky as the leaderboard gets in the way. Decky has a look, gets himself in his mirror, but pulls back in behind. He'll look for the move to be done in the second DRS straight. He's not got DRS. How come Decky didn't get DRS on that straight?
I'm not too sure. So Nevo's pitted. Got yellow flag in sector 3 apparently.
And that's cleared now.
Well, it wasn't even sector 3, it was sector 1. What we move?
So Frenzy is within the DRS of Darsan. But Lewis is 2.2 behind. So Frenzy needs to get this move done to get the position on track.
Darsan needs to pit ready at the end of this lap.
So does Lister.
Yes, well they're both on mediums, aren't they? If I was Darsan, I'd be pitting right now. Lister's going to stay out for one more lap, I feel.
He needs Frenzy getting the move done on Darsan at the end of the second DRS straight. So Darsan's now going to be under attack from Lewis, who's now just 0.3 behind.
Lister's got 100% battery.
He's saving it.
Darsan's got 65.
Lewis going up the ends to go around the outside of the penultimate turn, gets it done.
Great overtake. Darsan doesn't pit again.
I think he's going to lap 20.
Well, Lewis is now on the back of Frenzy and will be on the back of Lister very soon, so I think this is Lewis's to lose here.
I'd expect to see some. They're still on 100% out in front.
Yep. I'd expect that to go down quite quickly when he goes to pit. Lewis has got the run on Frenzy, falls to the inside, DRS wide open. Easy
Gets
move
it done.
from Lewis.
Can Frenzy stay on the back to get the DRS into the second zone?
He will.
Frenzy just needs to stay with Lewis now, although he's got the DRS, but his ERS is down. Might be Lewis's as well. Lewis has set a purple middle sector there. He's now 2 seconds behind his teammate.
Frenzy's just dropped out the DRS zone of Lewis.
Lister's gonna be at risk of dropping behind Scorito here when he pits. He's only 19 seconds back.
And he still ain't gone for it yet.
He wants those fresher tyres as long as possible at the end. Or he wants to be able to get the maximum amount of those tyres and fight back through the grid.
Ivo's only 4 tenths off of Max. They're battling for 6th. Scorito's pitted.
On saying with how early Lewis has pitted, his tyres are going to be in puncture territory towards the end of the race.
Yeah, but he's going to have at least 20 odd seconds in it. Lewis has jumped to first.
Yeah, but if you've got a 20-second advantage, that's all well and good, but if you blow a tyre out...
You know what I mean is he can take it easy, can't he?
Hobo gets past Womax, puts him up into 5th.
Frenzy's on the back of Lister now.
Womax has
dropped out the DRS zone.
Womax has got the DRS down the second straight.
See, now if I was Lewis, I'd be braking a little bit to give Lister DRS in the back straight. You've got to try and optimise to get P1 and 2. Because at the moment it's looking...
That's Frenzy into the pits.
Oh, see, if I was Frenzy, I'd have got Lister on DRS and then pitted. But in saying that, actually, if he's already pitted, he's going to come out on better softs. He was only, what, 5 tenths behind Lister anyway, so he should end up about a second and a half in front. Oh, what's he waiting for? Oh no, don't worry, jump with this, my fault. So he's going to come out just behind Womax. Oh no, Womax is in the pits as well, so yeah, he's coming out 5th. Clean air as well.
It's going to close up fairly quickly on Hobo.
Lewis has got the DRS on Lewis, which could help him out. Scorito's done Womax. Johnny Stokes is back in the pits.
For a set of softs for a final blast. Where's that going to bring him out?
10th by the looks of it.
Yeah, because he'll clear Decky easily. He's going to come out behind. He's going to be chasing down Moyland. That'll be one to keep an eye on. Lister's now eaten through half his DRS. I think we're going to see Lister coming into the pits at the end of this lap.
Yeah, I think he's got to. If not, he's going to be very brave because Frenzy's going to overtake him regardless, I feel. Frenzy's just getting on the back of Hobo now.
I can't see Hobo holding Frenzy up. Multi-21, Hobo, multi-21.
Lister's finally pitted.
Does Darsan come at Darsan's in as well?
So Frenzy could end up second here. Actually, no, he couldn't, because Hobo's sitting in 4th on a set of softs.
Yeah, but Hobo's softs are 6 laps old. That's what I said. I don't think Hobo will hold Frenzy up.
Frenzy's done Lister. He's now 2.5 seconds ahead. Oh, 2 point whatever. Whoa! Frenzy had the wiggle. What Frenzy's got to do, hurry up and get past Hobo and hope Hobo holds up Lister. Oh!
Hobo had a bad exit there. The Frenzy's going to get past before the DRS even opens.
The hunt is on for Lewis now.
Can Hobo stay in? Yes, he's got the DRS. But Lister's got the DRS on Hobo as well. So this is going to hurt Lister for the next lap. Unless he can find a way past Hobo. Not a traditional overtaking places, but seen it done. Fresher tyres.
One up the inside. Oh, gives him a little love tap. Is that going to damage his wing though? See, while this battle here is going on, Frenzy's now pulled 2.1 seconds away from Hobo.
That's Lister's round, Lister's out.
Now, is that going to be a safety car?
That's a Latifi safety. That's a full safety car.
Now, this has got interesting.
Frenzy needs... Hobo needs to pit. Get a fresh set of softs on. Darsan's only just put those softs on, so he's done one lap on them. He'll be alright.
James is jumping into the pits.
Lewis needs to pit.
Oh,
get rid of those
this has got
softs.
interesting. This is definitely last season's Abu Dhabi, isn't it? Now, what do people do? I mean, Lewis can still pit and come out in front of Frenzy, because it's 20 seconds to gap. Whether or not Frenzy pits.
I don't think Frenzy will pit. Frenzy shouldn't pit there. He's only on one lap old softs.
Yeah,
Hobo needs to pit
different.
on the 7 lap old softs. Darsan's alright, Scorito's alright, Wumax is alright. James Isles up into 7th on fresh softs, or has he just
James
come out the pits?
Yeah, he's just come out the pits.
Moreland's
just come out the pits. Johnny Stokes, Decky, CJW, they've all just come out the pits. Basically going to chuck Johnny Stokes out of the points now. Because of that 10-second penalty at the start of the race. Unless they can get that removed, obviously.
That'll be one for the stewards to look at, but I believe that one would be removed.
Well, he hasn't served it in the pits, has he? So I can only assume it will be removed. Lewis is pitted. This is going to be very close between Frenzy and Lewis.
Frenzy's...
I think Frenzy's just going to do it. And he has.
No, Lewis is out in front.
That's what I meant, sorry. I don't know why I said Frenzy.
So this is going to help Frenzy because he's warning for fuel. He's a tad touchy on the fuel.
Back up to 3rd. Highways in the pit.
You know, Frenzy's got 4.2 laps of fuel left. And it's off a minute. Well, we've got to...
Frenzy's got 4.2 laps left.
Yeah.
So how's he in yellow?
Because there's 5 laps left.
Ah.
So he needs to get it into lean. Yeah, yellow's warning, red's when you're screwed.
I've been in there many times.
So this is going to be an interesting restart. So Lewis, 25 points. For Huawei, we'll put them...
39.
41 points behind Aston Martin off of last week's 40. No, Lister got pole, so we'll get a point for pole. So if Lewis wins, it'll be as Lewis's connection drops to a red X.
It's 40 points behind.
26.
26.
So, Ferrari will get 26 points. So yeah, that puts them 40 points behind.
No, don't, because Johnny Stokes has got 2 points, so it sticks from 42. won't it?
So it still goes over to next week.
It was still, yeah, but it's, well...
Sonny needs to get into
yeah,
seventh.
he just needs points next week, I reckon, basically. Because even with Lewis and if he races next week...
Now, if he gets a couple more places here, off the restart, if he can gain a couple of places, then
it's Aston Martin's.
It's Aston Martin's.
Because theoretically, work it out, so... Was it six? How many points? 66 behind.
They're 66 behind. At the minute, as they sit on track, Ferrari are getting 26 points.
So yeah, it puts them 42 technically behind Aston. So next week they need pole and P1, P2 and fastest lap. So pole 26, 40, 44, 44, 45, and that gets them free room. Pilots going there too. They need P1, P2 and Johnny Stokes, both fast and Martins not to finish.
Yeah, we know Johnny Stokes likes cheddar.
Oh, Johnny Stokes will finish, he loves to finish.
But then I wonder how much of a battle Moylan's going to put up. Is Moylan going to hold Johnny up, or is he going to let him die?
Is it Jeddah next week?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tasteful.
Another track for you to put loads of practice in on, and then DNF.
No, I put loads of practice at the start of the season. I will not put any more in. No,
but didn't you DNF? Oh yeah, you missed the race, didn't you? Because you fell asleep.
I was knackered and fell asleep. Yeah, fuming. Do you know what that is?
Scarito's
I've been pissed off.
Dropped. Scarito's just must have had a moment because he's just dropped down to 11th. So Johnny Stokes is now sitting in 8th. So Johnny only needs one more place.
One more place than the constructors is the Aston. Yeah, because work at so all in all they can get 45 points maximum. The Ferraris can get next week.
Yeah.
So at the moment, what they say, 42 behind.
44 now.
44.
Johnny gets 7th, he'll get 6 points, which will put him a 46 point lead, which will give Aston Martin the constructors.
It's his second season running. I can politely say I was one of the culprits to the first season.
Cons Jeddah is an awesome track. I absolutely love it. Over the break between the seasons for RPR over the Christmas period, we must have done about 30 races round Jeddah.
We definitely surpassed the 20-hour mark.
Just every night, pretty much. Just as soon as it was released in the update on the game, it was just hammering it.
Like, it was getting to the stage where I was actually beating James out and Chancho and everything. Like, that's how much we hammered that game, that race. And then I fell asleep.
So, safety car should be in at the end of this lap.
That's the point. The only one I couldn't actually catch on that track was Moylan. I'd be able to catch everyone else. Right, well, it's not bad. We're sitting at 4:05, and at 12:05 we're supposed to get it done.
Tell you what could be interesting, you've got a couple of lapped cars in the middle of this safety car pack.
You've got Mrs. Cole and Evo.
Nevo's at the back of the queue, he's on the lead lap. It's Mrs. Cole who's currently sitting in, is 4th in the queue. So she's going to need to...
It's going to be a great last 2 laps.
try and keep well out of the way as we are lining up now for the restart. I'm going to stick with Frenzy.
I'll go with Lewis.
As Lewis has gone. No, he's
No, he
gone.
hasn't. He hasn't yet. He hasn't yet. Womax has jumped down with sticks. Johnny Stokes 7th. Lewis still ain't gone. Now he's gone. Oh, Darsan's going to run a Frenzy.
Mr. Carl's retired.
He's gone into the pit. As it stands, Aston Martin are winning the Constructors.
Still 2 laps to go. A lot can happen.
That's what as it stands. Jones out around up the outside of Moylan. That's Hobo. Moylan goes up the outside of Hobo.
There'll be no DRS in this either. There's not enough laps to get DRS enabled. Frenzies.
Straight up race for it.
Oh, I need to put the telemetry back on. I need to see what people's DRS is on.
Frenzies 1 second. There's a spinning set for 3. I think that's Womax is retired.
Womax retired in the pits. And his car's coming back out on track. Lewis has jumped the second gap now to Frenzy. Darsan's dropped back. James Howell sitting in 4th. Great recovery drive from James. As he gets the back end kicked out on him there. Manages to get it under control. Puts Moylan right on the back of James now. Mrs. Cole cheering on Nevo. Moylan will be disappointed, Mrs. Cole.
Oh, Moylan has a little wiggle coming at the final turn.
James did as well. Can Johnny get the move done on Hobo?
I'm desperate for Darsan to get his first podium back in GP2.
It'll be a great comeback.
Oh, it will be, right. James is right on the back of him though, but then you've also got Moylan on the back of James, so James has to be very careful here on what he wants to do. He's going to have to full send it if he wants to get past Darsan, which I believe he might do.
Lewis is pulling away. Out in front. And this battle with James for Darsan's dropping him off the back of Frenzy.
Darsan runs it a little wide, James goes for the switcheroo. Doesn't get the run on him though. Can he use the toe going up to the chicane? Unfortunately, Moylan was just waiting for something to happen there. That's all he's waiting for. They're getting very close now, these 3. This is definitely a battle for 3rd still. James's red light's flashing.
He needs to get a good drive out of this corner as Lewis comes around the penultimate corner. Takes the win for Ferrari. Frenzy will pick up 2nd. Darsan on his return to GP2 gets 3rd. They cross the line.
Oh my god.
Johnny Stokes, because of the penalty.
Oh, because of the penalties, yeah.
Has dropped him down to 10th. Nevo picks up. No, Nevo's.
Done it.
Nevo, don't go for donuts. Don't go for donuts, it causes chaos. So, subject to any penalty appeals that I am fully expecting Johnny Stokes to put in, it looks like Aston may well have the Constructors' title, so he's got the double again. The double-double. Or is it triple-double? I can't remember how many times he's double. I think
it's the quad in it, because he's won the Constructors and the Championship twice in a row.
Yeah, so it's double-double.
Double cheeseburger. Love that for him.
And I forgot to put a link up to the stream, so mind you, there's enough people watching the stream. Everyone who watches it must know.
So your final
Oh, yeah, I better get the results.
positions.
Um,
Apparently, Frenzy's come first, but Lewis wins that because he didn't get any penalties. So
have
technically,
you have you
it's
have you seen how far behind Lewis was from Frenzy?
yeah. Apparently, yes.
Oh,
Technically, Lewis wins
fucking
it.
hate this
Frenzy
game.
comes second. Darsan third. Great comeback on his first race back into GP2. James Al fourth. More than fifth. Decky sixth. Seventh is Hobo apparently, but that could be a bit controversial because of Johnny Stokes. Eighth is CJW. Ninth is Scarito, and 10th is Johnny Stokes. 11th is Nevo, and then you've got Womax, Mrs. Cole, Lister. Oh no, I'm going to run out. Lister, Speedy, Scotty, Pint Size, GGC, Zodak, and Hepburn, all with a DNF. I have a feeling Johnny Stokes' 10-second penalty will be removed, which puts him 7th, which then means that, again, like Rob said, Aston Martin win the Constructors.
And already they're starting on Discord about who got fastest lap and that. I need to have a look at everything. But right, thank you for watching and listening, and we will see you next week. And I'll confirm at the start of next week's stream whether or not Aston Martin get the win. Turn that off.